Okay, so for today's workout, you do need a set of weights, and if you don't have weights, you can use anything. You can use a can of soup, you can use wine bottles, you can use your cat if they let you. My cat is sleeping, so I'm not going to use her, I'm going to use weights. But we're going to go through a little arm anatomy lesson. Are you ready? Okay. So we are going to start with the largest muscle in your arms, which is your tricep. So what we're going to do, so you're going to do this sitting or standing. What I'm going to have you do is just elbows back. So chest nice and lifted, squeeze. Nice. Big squeeze. Keep that chest lifted. Feeling really good here. So your triceps are your largest muscle in your arm. Come to your breath. Stand up real tall. You got it. Nice. All right, we're gonna come to your biceps. So your biceps are the counter to your triceps, which is the front of your arm. So they're this bicep muscle that we kind of see that little bump. And we're gonna curl it in, and then nice and slow, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's the progression that you wanna have for your bicep curl. You wanna go really slow here. The reason you wanna go really slow is because that's where the work is. The work is actually when we're coming down. That's when we're really gonna build that strength, that stamina in the muscle. Nice and slow. So your biceps are actually one of the most injured muscles in the gym, especially if you're doing a concentrated curl. So a concentrated curl is you put that elbow onto your hip or onto a bench or something and you curl in as heavy as you can and back down. And so that's actually where a lot of men get injured in the gym, is that they isolate that muscle with a bicep curl by propping up that elbow and lifting very, very heavy. And that's when you see torn out bicep muscles. So you want to be wary of that sort of motion. Nice. Oh. That's why we want to be slow, we want to be controlled with our motions. We do want to lift heavier. Lifting heavy is good, but you want to protect those joints, protect those muscles, not overdo it on that elbow, and work up to things slowly to prevent injury and make sure things are warmed up before you lift really heavy. So all of that stuff. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna go into our delts. So you have your anterior delt and your posterior delt. So your delt is that beautiful muscle that kind of goes whoop around. It's my favorite muscle on your arm. I think it is the sexiest muscle on your arms. And so we're going to do an Arnold. So what an Arnold looks like is you don't want to have your arms here. You don't want to have your arms all the way out to the side. You kind of want to have them somewhere in the middle, and we're going to press straight up. Nice. Pressing straight up. So we are just working that full delt. We're going to go into and work the anterior and posterior delt in a second. After this move, I focus a lot on shoulder workouts. I don't develop muscle definition as quickly in my arms as other places. I develop muscle definition in my legs, and I develop muscle definition in my core. And then the last thing for me is always my arms. It's just how my body is made. Some people are the complete opposite. Some people take forever to build muscle in their core, but build muscle very easily in their arms. Everybody's anatomy is a little bit different. Nice. Okay, so bringing those arms down. So chest really lifted. We're gonna work that kind of that middle part of your deltoid now. So arms up and back down. So slight bend in your elbows here, and you don't have to go up super high. I see sometimes people at the gym going way up here, and that's great, but it's starting to work into that forearm muscle and not necessarily the muscle we're trying to grow, which is your. So it's not bad to go all the way up, you're just not gonna get the same benefit in the shoulder. So if we're trying to work the shoulder, kind of just going up until you meet the shoulder and then bringing it back down, keeping that core really engaged. so we're gonna work all those muscles in the arms. So I want you to, you're gonna lean it forward, but we're not gonna bend it forward, right? We're gonna keep the back really flat, that core nice and engaged. With all these arm muscles, that core is nice and strong. So we're gonna work that anterior deltoid. Are you ready? So hands together, and we're gonna do that fly. So it's the same motion of that fly, but we are hinging forward and putting that gravity into our back. Yeah, you feel that? Nice. So keeping that core really strong. Again, not trying to go up super high here, just until, I'm hitting the wall, just until we hit that shoulder and then back down, keeping that core really engaged. Nice flat back, long spine. You see how my spine is long from my neck to my tailbone. And again, core engaged. Think about pulling your navel in, activating that powerhouse of your core. Nice, coming back to your breath. Now you can do all these motions without weights or with bands as well. If you don't have a set of dumbbells yet. I don't know how you survived COVID without a set of dumbbells, but I'm impressed. I remember the beginning of COVID trying to buy dumbbells and it was like nothing in the stores, remember that? Okay, so we're gonna work that front anterior deltoid now. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you lay on the ground. Right, let's see, there we go. So for this one, what I'm gonna have you do is palms lifted on that back, and we're gonna pull forward. So we're not coming up super high. We're starting to work a little bit of those pectorals, yeah? But we're not coming up super high, we're just working the front of that shoulder, back of that shoulder. It's a great arm strengthener, little lifts. Nice and slow, controlled. Nice. Okay, so for this next one, we're gonna bend those arms. Elbows are gonna line up with our shoulders, relaxing that head and that neck, and we're gonna press up towards the ceiling, bring it back down, find control with those elbows. A little chest press here. So we're working that pectoral muscle. So that's that front of that chest. It kind of lays underneath your boobies. Or for men, it is their boobies. Keeping that core really strong. Nice, 3 more. Now for this one, I do suggest that you lift heavier. A lot of people can lift heavier for chest. Please do if you can. This is a great way to work up to your push-up. Okay, so for this next one, palms are gonna face each other and we're gonna bring those arms back as far as you have control. Try to keep those arms as straight as you can, slight bend, bring it back up. Feel that? So we're coming back to those triceps that we started with. So those are all the muscles in your arms. I hope that you really enjoyed that. We're gonna do one more supporting exercise after this, and it's gonna get a little into that back and a little more into your tricep. Again, your tricep is your largest muscle in your arm, so we do want to work it quite a bit because it supports us in everything we do. So with any muscle movement, you gotta remember what your muscles do. Your muscles move your bones around. So you have muscle, don't say you don't because otherwise you couldn't move your bones around. The whole point of your muscle is to move around your bones. All right, so we're gonna come back up. And coming into a tabletop or leaning forward with that flat back, I think it helps to be in a tabletop position. So what that means is one hand underneath that shoulder, that core really engaged. We're gonna grab both our weights. We wanna lift really heavy for this one. So grab both your weights if you can, and we're just gonna squeeze that elbow straight up. So what we're working here is we're working those lats, working that tricep, walking a little bit of your bicep. This is a really supporting move. Keep your core strong. Nice. So you have muscle, they move all your bones around. What we can do is more efficiently move our bones around. Gaining muscle, not only what it does is it helps us prevent fat growth, right? Like it prevents fat because we have more muscle. Muscles take more energy to use. Also just makes us overall have more stamina. Having more muscle is good. And as we age, it gets more and more difficult to gain muscle. It gets easier to lose muscle. So we're gonna squeeze. So when you go through those periods where you're not eating or what have you, the first thing to go usually is, aside from, so if you don't eat, if you just stop eating, the first thing to go usually is some of your brain. Your brain is the easiest thing for your body to eat, to convert to energy. And then it starts to break down muscle. And then it starts to break down fat. That's why we gotta take care of our muscle, make sure we're always constantly trying to grow muscle, because our body will eat it whenever it needs an energy source. Really flat back, strong core. Nice. Okay, so that was how you work every single muscle in your arm. So if you go to the gym and just do those moves, you're gonna be working all of your arms, you're gonna be building that strength. That is a great routine that you can repeat 2, 3, 4 times. Repeat at your own pace. The goal is to shoot for 8 to 12 repetitions of each move at as heavy as you can lift. So heavy enough that 8 feels challenging, but not too light that 15 feels really easy. So you kind of want to find that weight where it's like you can do at least 8 of them, but if you're doing 15, 20 reps, you probably just want to get a heavier weight and slow down and focus on the form, because it is better to lift less and heavier than it is to do more repetitions with a lighter weight. And the reason for that is it is good, you know, to do those like body combat sort of things where you do a lot of low weight, high rep, which can be very beneficial. But if you're looking to build muscle, build stamina, build more strength within your body, make sure you're trying to lift heavier. And I always say to all my clients, I'm a certified personal trainer, I always say to all my clients that after any sort of weightlifting sesh, any sort of weightlifting at all, that you should try to get 20 to 30 grams of protein, whether that's drinking a protein shake or having a couple hard-boiled eggs or whatever works for you. I'm vegan, so I'm gonna suggest my vegan protein or some tofu. But yes, if you want to grow muscle mass, the way to do it is to lift heavier, to eat protein, and to drink your water. So enjoy, guys. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hey guys, so I wanted to tell you about my 30-60 course if you are on the fence about joining it. Every day features a workout and every day features a journal challenge. This is everything you need to get down the path towards caring for yourself, loving for yourself, taking care of yourself. It can be kind of overwhelming, the amount of knowledge out there in self-help books. And so I kind of break it down in a way to like kind of get to know yourself through journaling and sort of a safe space to really connect with exercise. So if you guys are on the fence about it, definitely sign up, and prices are going to increase. So get on that course before the price goes up. It is literally 36 days to change your life. I hope that you will join me. Give yourself the gift of loving yourself this summer. Thanks, guys.